right. Welcome.
Jinx. Welcome to the PMA Podcast.
In the far distant future, in the year 2022,
Ooh.
society has crumbled. Freedom fighters survive by affirming positive mental attitude to each other. Happiness is rebellion. Welcome to the Hundy Thou Podcast.
I love it.
Yo, good vibes of rebellion, y'all. I'm rebelling.
That's right. In this day and age, it's kind of true.
I cry.
Positive mental attitude, y'all.
I laugh because I cry.
That's why I'm over here in the 80s overcompensating.
Whoa!
You know? Yeah. If you're watching the YouTube channel.
Yo, look at those fucking colors and squiggles, dude.
I'm from the year 2023. Shit's
Whoa!
different. Everything you just said happened.
A robot comes and scoops the shit out of my anus.
And then blasts it with water.
Just like a robot from the Jetsons with like a conveyor belt track on the bottom with like
with little duties on it. Just little duties.
Wait, like real duties or like the image of like the sigil?
The sigil. What's sigil?
I don't know why I said sigil, man. That's like a sigil is like a sign or like a fucking like a sigil is like a stamp, a mark, a logo.
Oh, like on a letter or some shit, like on like wax. Okay,
that's a weird.
That would be pretty. If each poo had a sigil on it of like the owner.
If you stamped, dude,
like their
more like
emblem or something? The house emblem.
Tokens.
Oh dang! In my mind, they're all perfect poos that look like the emoji or something. You know,
poos are like snowflakes. Everyone's different.
Yeah, and then they all get collected and dumped.
All my poos are NFTs,
on a bad person.
Though. Yeah, all my poos get collected and they're in my NFT collection. They're
in your wallet.
They're in my closet.
They'll smear in your wallet.
Yeah, they're pressed. They're slowly pressed.
Like Han and Carbonite or some shit.
Yeah,
just a guy
in Carbonite
like, in a frozen poo.
Oh yes, 2021 was an exceptional year for Mark's feces tokens.
Smells like roses.
No, well, you know, I got to start sending I was going to talk about sending war bonds, the need for bonds, you know, because we're in wartime right now with the great evil Russian Empire. But honestly, dude, like crypto's a way to do it. I'm sending crypto, dude. The Ukrainians just need to fight for freedom and just buy crypto, dude. Decentralized banks, y'all.
Sure, why not?
Take a picture of me, taking a picture of you, turn that into a picture, sell it for lucrative amounts.
Pictogram, yeah.
Why need real body armor when I can just give you a non-fungible token of body armor? On the internet.
Is that all? Is that what you wanted to say about the Ukraine?
That's all I wanted to say.
Take
that was my pitch, dog.
Wow, dude.
Crypto.
Nah, we're done. Dude. That's actually over. I'm in 2023. They don't do that anymore.
I'm also sending unconsensual dick pics to the Russian side.
See, that's what they're still doing now.
That's war, dog.
Yeah,
that's war. Look at my chode.
It's a war of the mind.
Gaze
war
upon
of the eyes.
my boner and tremble. My strong, liberal, democratic boner. You evil Russians.
Is that what you consider yourself? Shit, man. Might have to end this podcast.
No, I'm a communist. Can't you tell by my red beret, dude?
What if I was just like a harsh right winger and you're like a super lefty and this is our show? Like that's the whole premise of the show.
You like I could honestly say you would be the worst right wing co-host. You're like, yeah, abortions are fine. I don't really give a shit about any of this.
Then I wouldn't really be right wing, would I?
No,
or would I? I don't know. There's got to be right wingers that think
that's
that.
The thing. Like, is there
such a black and white thing to say?
It is. It's a weird one too. Well, everything's so reactionary, right? Like, do you think there's just a person chilling, doing like a yoga flow, just thinking about what they consider like the murder of unborn children? They're just like, oh, I got to get this yoga flow out, or I'll just start thinking about all the dead babies.
Do you think that caring used to be alternative, and now it's like so mainstream that not caring is now alternative?
Well, it's kind of, I mean, I think so, dude. I think there's that one step forward, two steps backwards. I mean, even that is false. But like, I think all this reactionary, like anti-trans stuff and like all this shit that's really going on in the States. I mean, that's a direct result of people trying to make fucking, you know, even if it's albeit symbolic gestures to like progress.
Exactly.
All these progressives, like you hear that like vitriol. Oh, these progressives. Oh, they're sensitive.
I love hearing progressive like said as like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like just basically like a label placed on a group of people, but like being the idea of being progressive is actually good if you just take it out of context, you know?
Well, yeah, none of these motherfuckers actually studied history. They're like, oh, progressives. We got to go back to the way it was. It's like, what are you talking about, dog? What you talking about?
To life,
Back to reality. Getting hives.
I'd go back to that time.
Out of scurvy.
That's what I'm trying to do right now, you know?
Yo, dying of rickets, son. The infant mortality rate. That's people talk about killing unborn babies, and like even if all these babies were being murdered in abortion clinics, it still does not stack up to the amount of babies that just straight up died,
like actually
after
alive
giving birth.
babies.
Yeah, like back in the day when people like that's why there were so many kids, because like you would have a kid. It was a normal thing to birth a child to be like, it's probably gonna die until it's 10. Like up until it's 10 years old, it's like, nah, it doesn't really. Like
yeah, not guaranteed. Life isn't guaranteed.
Life's not guaranteed.
Yo, nothing's guaranteed in this life.
Nothing's guaranteed, man. Take that shit away, dude.
Yeah.
You could blink and you'd be over in a second.
Yeah, that's right.
Snuffed out.
Live in the moment. Do it
Live in the
today.
moment.
You could die tomorrow.
You could die tomorrow. Fuck a pie. Jason Biggs did.
Yeah.
Jason Biggs' life. Just fuck a pie.
Fuck a pie. Drink
Fuck
the
a pie.
sperm. Shit, man. Yeah.
Drink sperm.
Drink horse sperm. I've been watching Jackass recently. Yeah.
Drink horse sperm.
Yeah. Just
Good
do
for
that.
you.
Whatever you consider living to the fullest in the moment.
Hundy Thou Podcast
Those are the
promotes
things we think.
drinking horse sperm to cure COVID. Fuck ivermectin.
A shot a day
You
keeps
know?
COVID away.
Ivermectin is a horse thing. Just go straight to the natural. Go to Gaia's source and guzzle that horse semen, son.
Yeah, man. That's green energy.
Break into a barn. Find
you
your
wearing a
favorite
mask?
horse.
Yep.
No, you're not wearing a mask, dude. You
You're
don't believe
doing
in
it.
masks.
You're like, this is Mark.
This is
Remember me?
Go find your horse.
Lock
and
eyes.
just find the biggest, most powerful stallion you can find. Get that fucking
Or whatever
horse-jism.
suits your fancy.
Yeah, you know
Doesn't
what?
have-
That's true.
Don't go alpha male on us here. Doesn't
Yeah,
have
you
to
could
be the
top a
most
horse.
virile young horse. You could top a horse.
You top a horse. Find a weak horse. Find a submissive horse. Dominate it.
Yeah.
Horse calls you daddy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway. And that's what living life is. All right.
Dude, carpe diem, dude.
It's specifically that. Anything else it's not living life.
Carpe
Yeah.
a diem. Carpe
Season
diem in my
days.
DMs, dog.
Hey.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
Carpe diem.
Do you ever just wake up and just like have a plan?
Yes, I wake up.
Oh, that was the end of my question. You ever wake up?
Often.
That's
At
it.
least
That's
once
all I'm
a
going to
day.
say. I'm going to end there, actually.
Did I just destroy your bit?
No, I actually like it better that
Yeah. Okay,
I like it better that I just say that. That's it.
Did you ever wake up? Yes. In fact, today.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Anyway.
Just checking that we're not living
Yeah.
in a simulation.
Yeah. I thought that was just me. I thought I was the only one that just woke up.
We are living in a simulation.
That's what's up, bruh. Okay. What I was really gonna say was like, you ever wake up, have a plan, go do that plan, achieve the early easy plan, and then be like, I could do anything else. Then you think of the next thing, and you're like, I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
Not pre-planned. This is all just fucking around. This
That's
sounds
way
really
better.
basic as hell, but it's just kind of fun to let a day unravel like that.
Yeah, dude. Out of chaos comes order, my dog.
Yeah, you form the order out of chaos.
form-
That's the PMA, yo. The positive mental attitude,
PMA.
yo.
Form
Yeah.
the order. Out the
Bad Brains had it
chaos.
right. You know, I'm here in the 80s.
What's it like in the 80s? Can you tell me what does the air smell like?
Smells like cocaine. Yeah, baby, it is. Yeah, smells like imagination. It smells like not knowing future problems exist. Yeah, it's pretty sick actually.
Fuck yeah.
What I don't like about it is that Kanye West hasn't become a superstar yet. I've been watching his documentary Genius on Netflix.
Oh yeah, but it's all the early Kanye shit, isn't it? It's like
It's his
Kanye
come up,
in
which is like
Chicago.
the best Kanye version is the come up, and
Yeah, the
it's all that.
manic like I'm a genius and nobody knows it yet.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool to see because like it's not fun watching Kanye just whatever it is right now. This Kanye sucks. Like
When you remember what the old Kanye was like, and I know people say I miss the old Kanye, but it's like he was like even like kind of like a conscious rapper-ish. He was like a weird mix. He even says it himself, you know, like he was a mix between backpack and like gangster shit.
facts, man. The first time I
Yeah.
saw Kanye was a Dilated People song he did.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It's cool to remember, and I'm glad that this documentary shows it because everyone just is like stuck on what he's like now. But it's like, remember, he was actually pretty sick. He was like an underdog who achieved and became a superstar and had something to say at a time when rap was like pretty shallow or gangster, just like boring, like played out. And he actually like had something different to say, something with heart and depth. Yeah. Anyway, we're a pro Kanye podcast. At least I am.
Pro Kanye circa 2000.
Since I'm a right winger, like
yeah, hell yeah, brother.
MAGA,
mega brain,
Magonia.
Yeah, that Kanye was definitely an alluring Kanye. Definitely,
awesome.
That's some good Kanye energy.
He had the positive mental attitude back then.
He needs a positive mental attitude, dude.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he was almost a motivational speaker simultaneously. Facts. Like, I remember in one of the interviews he did with MTV, he was just like, I take anything negative someone says to me and I spin it into a positive. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. And he did. So many people told him no, that he would not make it.
Yeah,
and
dude.
He just did. He just didn't get discouraged by that. He just did make it.
He just did. He was so sure.
Doubled
of
down and worked harder. Yeah, very chill. Anyway, watch that if you want to be inspired.
I feel like we have the that was a young Henry VIII Kanye. And now we have like the old Henry VIII where he's all fat and like probably has warts on his dick
and shit. Yeah.
What was that? Chopping people's heads off. Warts on his dick. I don't know. He had like an enlarged. Apparently, Henry VIII had like an enlarged penis due to some sort of.
Glad that was documented. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone drew it.
Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci.
Rembrandt.
The lesser known Da Vinci fucking Renaissance painting was just Henry VIII's engorged pussy fucking pustule of a.
Was it Rembrandt that did the super hyper realistic stuff, like portrait stuff?
I don't fucking know, dude.
I'm not an art major.
I'm not a fucking nerd, dude.
I just learned about history. I don't know about the art part of it. Fuck.
Yeah, I just know all the stupid facts. No, what was Rembrandt? I don't know. I don't even know what
I think he might have. Let's stop talking about it because neither of us know about it. But
none of us know who Rembrandt is. But let's pretend.
That's the level of detail on the dick.
Did he do like the nature shit? Like, was Rembrandt like the highly detailed nature?
In my mind, he just does portraits.
Was he a Dutch surrealist?
You keep talking while I look.
I'm a big fan of Caravaggio, the Italian
Caravaggio
portrait guy, because he had like hyper realistic, violent scenes, and he would use like his prostitute buddies and his drinking buddies as like the models. Yeah, Caravaggio was sweet.
Yeah, Rembrandt. Caravaggio. This is what he looked like.
Oh, yeah. And he was Dutch, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, old Dutch guy.
Yeah, old Dutch. Yeah, that
old Dutch potato chips. I mean, that's what inspired old Dutch potato chips. Yeah.
Yo, the old Dutch potato chips are the Rembrandts of potato chip brands.
That's right.
Facts.
Yo, do you think Lay's and Old Dutch are OG, right? They're the OG chips. And then everything after
Ruffles used to be, but Lay's bought Ruffles. Remember Ruffles?
Yeah, Ruffles.
There was Old Dutch, and then there's Ruffles.
All dressed Ruffles are probably the best trip of all time for me personally.
Ruffles, there was like two brands. I think it was Ruffles was like the original.
Ruffles OG, yeah.
Yeah, and then it kind of got bought out by Lay's.
Old Dutch.
No. Old Dutch
was
like,
there too.
Yeah,
apparently that was like created by, I want to say Mennonites or like Amish people, and then you know how their little symbol is like the
windmill?
The windmill? Yeah, that's what's up, yo.
Old Dutch. That's a good one, man. We're Old Dutch fans here.
They came in a box with some bag.
Two bags.
Yo, two bags. Dude, that's value.
It is.
You know, that's what the Amish are like. They're good people. I don't like Weird Al fucking dissing them, disrespecting them, making a song about them. They ain't no joke. All right.
They ain't no joke, dude.
They're Amish.
They're Amish. No joking's allowed.
That's right.
They almost live like it is kind of funny how, because I know a lot of like kind of like woke, I guess, for lack of a better term. I don't really like using that term, but like kind of like leftist urban people that we know are always like, their whole thing is like, I just want to go out to the country and raise ducks and this and
raise
that.
ducks.
Yeah, and have like no. It's like, why not you just go be an Amish person then? I don't know. Like,
yeah, it's funny because it's like you could actually just do that.
You could do that, but it's also
do you really
hard.
want to?
Yeah.
Well, it's a complete lifestyle change.
It's a lifestyle, man.
You know, like when you're like an urbanite who's like all jacked into like the internet, you can't just like stop doing it, you know?
Well, yeah, and it's like, are you mentally prepared and physically prepared to wake up at 4:30 every morning and fucking feed animals? Make sure,
and
your
not
shit's okay.
exactly. And
You
by
gotta
shit's
be
okay,
constantly making sure your shit's okay. That's what people don't understand about farming, or even not even just being like an industrial farmer, or like, oh, I farm canola or cranberries, but just having like a farm with animals, like a property.
yeah,
Even if it's your own animals, like you are constantly walking around making sure your chickens are not killed and like your fences are
busy.
okay, and like
See,
you're busy, dude.
I think that actually makes sense because then that would be easy to not get distracted by the other shit of your life. Like if you're moving from a city to this place because you're just focused the entire time on making this farm work, you know? Some people just want what they don't have too, so there's that.
I think that's a big
you know?
thing, man.
That's just kind of it. They don't actually really want that because if they went there, they'd be like, oh, this is too much work.
Yeah.
You know, like manicuring my Instagram is way easier than
No,
this.
they take a fucking Instagram. They just do a bunch of Instagram selfies.
Yeah. Anyway, we said we didn't want to talk about Instagram.
We didn't want to talk about it, but we're talking about it because it's
brought it up.
2020.
I'm sorry.
In the year 2022.
Yeah, it just fucking swallows you up.
Humanity
even
is
if you don't want to.
collectively siphoned onto the World Wide Web, where all their emotional and social signifiers in their brains are connected through a shallow interface and mined by companies.
Actually, you know what? I mean, I'm in 2023. There's actually rehab services for people getting off of Instagram right now. There's like, they keep you busy. They send you to a farm.
They send you to a farm?
Neon Rider style, you know? Like, have you ever watched Neon
yeah.
Rider, the 80s television show about
where
inner city kids get sent to a farm to like
Wasn't
get
that from
rehabilitated.
Vancouver? Wasn't that
Oh,
filmed
you're
here?
damn right, baby. It was
Dude,
fucking
the guy at a
local.
mullet. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out
That's
Neon Rider, all my Neon Rider heads
Yes.
out there.
Yo, big Neon Rider fans.
Yeah,
used to
that's
watch
what
this
it's
shit all the
like.
time.
That's what it's like up here.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
You should also actually just fight people. There should be a fighting pit.
like
Is there
with swords along the walls and shit. Like it's like a full.
But like blunt swords, not like
Yeah.
death. Like you can like
just kind of
maim
poke you and
somebody.
hurt you. Yeah.
Yeah, just break somebody's bones.
Are people like above you taking poos on you?
No, because they're too busy
okay.
farming. They're too busy shitting in for the fertilizer. You just shit into
They
fucking,
use 100% human poop.
Yeah, dude.
That's
That's
also
what shit used to do. People civilizations used to do that back in the day.
Hey,
Spray
you know more than
human
me. I'm
feces.
just gonna believe anything you say when it comes to history
Oh, dude, that's a
because
day.
I don't know anything about it. I'm just like, sure, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You know, I don't subscribe to the philosophy of know your history so you don't repeat past mistakes. I'm all about repeating past mistakes and learning nothing from it.
Well, exactly. Same.
Yeah.
It's fun
like
that way.
Yeah. It's always a new experience. It's really, yeah, exactly.
Fascism? What is this? I've never heard about this before.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Baby.
I didn't see that coming. There was no warning signs.
Absolutely
Yeah.
no warning signs.
Yeah.
When has this ever happened?
Well, you know what they say, man? Ignorance is bliss. We talked about it. I want to eat my steak in the fucking
In the
Matrix, bro.
Yeah. We're still there, dude. We're still eating our steak in the Matrix right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Yummy.
your background looks like a fucking what you look at under a microscope.
That's my blood cells, yo.
Yeah,
I
dude. Imagine if you.
I was born in '82, bro.
Yeah, imagine if you take a blood test and the people are looking and they're like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
what's your diagnosis, doctor?" Diagnosis: bodacious blood. Yeah.
Just draw some out, put it in his own body.
Yeah.
I need
Let's
a piece
party.
of that. Yeah. If you're watching the YouTube, you got to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I'm
Buddy.
fucking George Carlin in the phone booth, coming back to talk to like Bill and Ted.
Well, that shit was tight.
Yeah, bud.
That shit was fucking cool, dude. We should be more like Bill and Ted. Yas.
Yeah. See, they were just
Righteous.
open. They were open to knowledge and information with no judgment.
Dude, they were the
That's it.
product
That's
of
all I gotta say.
Reaganomics, son.
Yeah.
They were the fucking products of Reaganomics, dude.
Trickled down.
Their bliss was only achievable by the oppression of fucking black and racialized people during the war on crack and the interference that the Reagan government had in arms dealing, like Contra. Dude, fucking
That's
open
right.
your mind, bro.
Is that positive or negative? I don't really quite understand your position.
It depends. If you're a
Okay.
right winger, it's positive.
Hey, yo.
Dude, why are we left, right, up and down, dude? The world's
Yeah.
3D, bro. I don't, let's open it up. you know?
I like that. I like that.
Up and down, back
it's
and
360.
forward.
I'm like a
360,
216 degrees kind of like person. I don't know about you.
I'm like a tetrahedron.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounded like it's something.
It's got lots of sides, I'm sure.
Yo,
like
yeah.
drawn on there. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's what we're talking about. We just want people to get along. Can't we all just get along?
No.
You know, you had indigenous people blocking railroads. Now you have white supremacists blocking railroads. See, that's a place that they can connect.
Can't we all just get along? Just come together.
They like to block
together?
railroads. Circle jerk.
If we all just, let's do it. Let's all just relieve some stress, guys.
Yeah, I think the common enemy we all understand is the government, bro.
It's a fucking government.
Smash the state.
Smash the state, dude.
And then build a new state out of the smashed pieces that resembles the former state.
But the people who smash it are in power. They oppress. It is our turn. AKA communism.
Bam, bam.
I get it weird when motherfuckers are like when there's like Gen Zers or people on the internet who are like pro-communist, or like even people we know who are like edgy with the hammered sickle, and you're like, that's still like an oppressive
You don't even know.
state.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
They don't know.
Communism isn't chic or sexy. It's not the 60s anymore, you know?
I think
people didn't know.
Yeah, I think it's because information is digested in headlines now, like just like 2 sentences or like 2 lines. So people who are into communism as young people just are like, communism was, everyone working for each other. And they're like, that was good enough for me.
Yeah, or it sounds cool because it's antithesis to like the state, it's antithesis to capitalism. Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah,
must be good. Yeah,
edgy. I'm edgy.
The opposite
You're not
must
edgy,
be good.
motherfucker. You're not. Communism isn't edgy, dude.
Maybe just read about it a little bit first too.
Yeah,
and not just the manifesto, but read about results of that system. I'm not saying it's a bad. I think there's probably positives in it. I have no opinion really on it, but just know what you're talking about. We don't know,
dude. Yeah, exactly. Just know what you're talking about.
It's funny that we say that because we don't ever know what we're talking about. We just say shit.
But that's why it's so freeing, dude. Is that we know that we're completely vulnerable in just talking about shit and being open. Like we're not really
firm on topics, maybe like super firm.
Well, why do we have to be? Everybody's a fucking expert right now. Can't people just hang out and talk? Like we can say dumb shit. People should be allowed to say dumb shit. People are scared of saying dumb shit nowadays. But saying dumb shit is freeing.
I think it is freeing. And no, it's super freeing is saying dumb shit and then someone being like, duh, this, and you're like, oh yeah, I didn't see it that way. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and then just like doing that. Yeah, not making a big deal of it. Because I think people like to fight because they don't want to be wrong. But it's you could just say, sure, okay, yeah, I think something different now.
Well, I think there's a cycle in our society where people intentionally say dumb shit and then they get called on it and they're like, see, this is the PC brigade trying to cancel me. It's just like, it's not, whatever. Who cares?
It's nothing, actually.
Just do your thing, yeah. People that act like, oh, I'm being canceled, like, it shouldn't matter. Just say, you know what I mean?
Just say what you feel.
And it literally doesn't
feel what you say.
Exactly. It doesn't matter that much.
No, and also
unless you talk about
your
Jews.
Opinion. I think it's weird when people refuse to change their opinion with new information. It's like you always learning new stuff. Eventually, you're going to hear something that changes the way you look at something. Like that's called natural. That's just natural. It's not called natural. It just is natural. So chill, bruh.
Chill.
Just be open-minded, bruh. PMA, positive mental attitude. No negativity here.
It's just I think it's a proliferation of how quickly things spread, and people just want to take what they think fits, and like it was that whole thing about you're not on social media anymore or right now, but there's this whole thing about this island in the Ukraine where this Russian battleship was like surrender. Then the Ukrainian people were like, go fuck yourself. And they're like, and then these people all died. And people were like, oh my God. And like spreading a meme of like, which is kind of fucked, right? Because it's like human life.
Disturbing,
like war. Yeah, it's very disturbing. And then it turns out that those people are actually alive. Like they didn't get shelled to death.
Oh, Jesus
and you're
Christ.
Like, this is fucked. Like
I know, and people are trying to make it probably be like, look at this crazy thing that happened.
These courageous Ukrainians.
They're fighting against, and it's like, but then it's like, if you think about that, that's actually twisted. It's like, in this person's last moments alive, they said, go fuck yourself. Isn't that awesome? Oh, but they were slaughtered. And you're like, what? That's actually a really sad story. Like,
it's fucked up.
It doesn't seem hopeful or anything or positive. That's actually like really sad.
Dude, I opened my Instagram.
It's like exploitative. It's actually
exploitative.
One last thing. It's exploitative of that death to use it like that.
Facts. No, it's fucked, man. That's all people are doing right now on social media. So anybody doing that listens to this and just posts videos of people getting blown up and shit, fuck you. First off, like fuck off. I opened my phone today and like there's like a building in the Ukraine. Just literally, you just see a missile go into it, and you're like, great. Thanks for the trigger. Like, this is when we should actually have trigger warnings. And the only person who showed a trigger warning was my Ukrainian friend, Victor. So shout out to you, Victor, who has family in the Ukraine, who's literally, his country is being invaded. You're the only person with sensibilities enough to put a fucking trigger warning.
That's disturbing. It's kind of like war crimes and like the viciousness of war is being easily spread now on social media. I don't know. It's like, it's already horrifying enough experiencing that. You want to be a spectator?
Well, and it's happening in a place where everybody has phones, right? Like, look at Afghanistan. Like, we're not getting a lot of phone shit from Afghanistan because, well, people did have phones, but Western, we orientalized them by othering them, being like a bunch of brown people in Asia are no longer, you know what I mean? Like, war always happens in Afghanistan. It's normal that people are dying in Somalia. And then
people should just be conscious of what they're doing. I think people are unconscious of what they're doing because
exactly.
it's a habit.
Spread. That's what exactly. They just replicate information, and so far people are just replicating people fucking getting bombed, and you're like, this is kind of fucked.
It's disturbing.
This is fucked.
This is one of the reasons I'm not there anymore. So anyway, can't talk about it. I guess we remember. See, this is okay.
It's natural, dude.
No, but this is on topic with the PMA shit because like now that we talk about that, it starts being all fucking weird and negative. Association, man. That's what it is. The negative place. I'm staunchly against. All right, everybody, staunchly against.
You gotta live your life, motherfucker.
That's it. I'm in the fucking 80s/2023. I don't know where the fuck I am. I'm all over the place. I'm interdimensional, man.
2023. Where's that shirt from?
Top Man.
Oh,
but also, no, I didn't go there. I went to a thrift store and got it.
Nice.
And it's really small on me. As big people, I'm glad that you were a big person too, because you could understand my plight. But it's like everything's made for mediums.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Little people, and then like when we get something, like the seams are all off, and like everything's tight in the wrong spots because we're like big guys.
Yeah, exactly. Or like we can't be like a little bit chubby. Like we like there's some fits. Like I do like shit that fits comfortably, and it's like. I realized I'm like, well, I have to be like 225 pounds for it to look
or good. Your structure of your body. Because, so my chest area, and you're barrel-chested too. Yeah. It's like on a fucking regular person who would buy this Top Man shirt, it's like a canoe, Yeah. But then ours are like a fucking aircraft carrier. It's like, that's not going to all fit there. You know what I mean?
No, I know.
It's all tight and shit.
Dude, anyway. It's crazy. No, it's dude, it's wild. And like clothes, like, I was talking to my buddy. Shout out to Mikey. I hope he is listening to this.
He better be fucking.
Because I was kind of like lamenting the fact that pants are like super fucking like everybody's wearing baggy pants. I don't have an ass, so like I have big legs, but I don't have a butt. So I'm like, why would I wear this? I'm like, it just makes it look like I have a baggy ass butt.
Yeah.
Like no butt even more.
You should be wearing kilts, dude.
Yeah, I should be wearing just Speedos.
Yeah.
And when he's like, it's great for me.
Yeah.
It's great for him. It's great for him. And I was like, fair. But I have to wear pants that fucking show off my legs because I mean
the gams are delicious.
The oaks, dude. I just gotta do it. So like, fashion is fucked, man. What am I supposed to wear? Like I don't know, dude. Shit's weird.
Personally tailored clothing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, big bodies, big body best.
Big bodies. Hotties with the big bodies.
We got them bodies, girl.
Hotties with the big bodies.
Barrel chested.
Well rested. Yeah, dude. But embrace your body, bro. That's the thing too. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what we do.
Don't even worry about it, man.
I don't
worry about it. Looking good, looking great.
I'm looking pretty damn good today, man. Shit.
You are. You're looking
fresh.
fresh.
I don't say so for myself. Yeah.
You got them trips.
Even got the '80s fucking headphones on, bro.
Straight out of 2023. You look like what somebody from the '80s thought 2023 would look like.
Word, exactly. Shit's different here. We're in the cycle now.
Shit's different.
Yeah, it hits different here.
Yo, this shit hits different.
Here we have UBI. Here we have free education. Here, nah. Here, right-wingers are now Bernie Sanders lovers. It's different. Here, things are different.
We call it utopia.
But the same, yeah.
But the same.
Here, money doesn't exist. I can't even tell you what the system is. It's too secret. It's too radical. It's too different.
The secret is love.
Oh,
We just love each other.
love dollars. You go into a place and you hug someone and you take some shoes away. You know?
Yeah. If you really want the Gucci shoes, you suck them off.
Yeah. And there you go. And those shoes were made with love.
Everything's made with love and intention. Everything's magical.
That's right.
Nothing is
Do you think-
cheap.
Do you think back in the days when there's like blacksmiths and stuff, you know, like just like the odd shop in a little town, that there was like the idea of like the minimum wage worker, like this assistant that's like, I don't even want to be here today. Shit, man. Fuck. Gotta pound this sword, get his sword all like fucking flat and shit. You know? Or are they just like dedicated to their craft?
Yeah, you have to be. Like, you have to be. Like, a lot of that shit was passed on in a familial sense, where it's like the son of a blacksmith, or like you go and work with another blacksmith. I'm sure though some dude was like, man, I just want to be banging milkmaids and fucking playing
Dad,
the lute.
I don't want to. Yeah.
I'm practicing my lute, Dad.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in a band one day with a lute.
Yeah. Dude, I'm practicing my lute. I want to bang out fucking arrowheads. God.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I think. There's got to be something.
Oh yeah, but it wasn't like you would wake up and you just chose to be a blacksmith assistant. It's like,
yeah.
everything was pretty entrenched.
Forged in fire.
Well, and that's the thing too,
my
man.
hatred for capitalism was forged in fire.
Forged in fire. But I mean, do we want to go back to that, where it's just like what your dad did, you have to do? Because like,
maybe. I mean, you just grow up learning it. You'd be so good at it.
that's true.
What is it? How do you exist when you feel like you don't want to do anything? Do you become like a philosopher? You sit around and think? And then you
Well,
just
in
be
that
like,
case,
these are
I'm
my thoughts.
fucking Aristotle, because I don't want to do anything all the time.
Yeah, same. Like whenever I have time off from work, I'm always like, I could do this forever. And then I just like think things, and I guess I got to write my thoughts down and try to do it that way.
I get the pressure of wanting to go back to work so I can avoid thinking too much, which is not very healthy.
Oh, that's pretty avoidant, but hey.
Avoidant behavior.
We could work on that.
Capitalism.
Yeah. I like standing in the mirror and staring at myself and think my thoughts.
I generally do too. It's a
No,
good thing.
I don't do that actually.
I do that. I stare out the window like fucking Pablo Escobar. Those Pablo Escobar memes.
Oh yeah, the 1,000-yard gaze.
Yeah, I'm constantly doing that, looking outside. Oh, you got to think, man. It's better than staring at a screen, dude. This is the prison of the mind, bro. It's a screen, man. The window is a window.
Reality is the screen in your mind.
Dude, we
if
are
you think
in the-
about it, you know?
Dude, we are straight up in the Aristotelian cave. We're in
What's
Aristotle's
this?
cave, dude.
Explain slightly, because I don't know anything about that.
The cave of Aristotle, where it's like the metaphor of people like in a cave, and people are like being shown images on like the wall, and like you're stuck in the cave, but everything you think about is like the reality is a cave, but you don't realize that like you have to get out of the cave to experience life. I'm experiencing this shittily, but like, let me just fucking.
It's giving me an idea, though.
Yeah, hold on. Let me do my own research.
Okay. Well, on that, I like that idea because it's like sometimes I found that with academia a little bit, where people research things from books and from the comfort of their own homes so much that they don't actually experience it.
Yeah.
So how much is their knowledge really worth? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather talk to someone who actually did something.
Yeah.
People directly involved, I suppose, because like it's like if you're in the cave and you're looking at images, you're not experiencing anything. You have no experiences.
Yeah, well, then, yeah, exactly. And this is you kind of hit it. It's an allegory, not a metaphor. I'm a fucking idiot, but
God damn.
it's the effect of education. I know, and the lack of it in our nature.
Say again.
So it's an allegory presented by the Greek philosopher Plato to compare the effect of education and the lack of it in our nature.
I always found like I was a doer. Like I would learn if I could do it, but if it was like if someone is telling me something theoretical, I just glaze over as they speak to me.
Theory's hard. I know theory's.
I'm just like I don't want to have to imagine all this shit. Like just take me somewhere and do it. You know, like I don't know.
Peep this. In the allegory, Socrates describes. So it's Socrates, and it's not. It's Plato. It's Socrates. No, it's Plato writing about Socrates. It's not Aristotle. So
okay.
I got three Greek philosophers totally wrong. So in the allegory, Socrates describes a group of people who have lived chained to the wall of a cave all their lives, facing a blank wall. The people watch shadows projected on the wall from objects passing in front of a fire behind them and give name to these shadows. The shadows are the prisoner's reality, but are not accurate representations of the real world.
Trippy.
The shadows represent the fragment of reality that we can normally perceive through our senses, while the objects under the sun represent the true forms of the objects that we can only perceive through reason. So it's basically like, do you know what I mean? Like, we're looking at our fucking screens. The screens are the images on the wall. And we're like, this is our reality. It's just like, well, no, if you just leave and your perception is much different in the real world.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it starts to feel alien if you're online too much. Like, the real world feels alien, I wonder.
Dude, the fact that people can't fucking, they're like, I can't even order a pizza. Like, I can't call somewhere to, you know, I can't answer the phone. Like, we're so scared of just like a voice or like having to like create, like use our brain to conclude an actual conversation as opposed to just like typing. That's the trip, bro. That's the fucking trip, dude.
I guess the moral of this story is live life. Live life.
Well, live life,
laugh,
and
love.
your anxieties are the cave, or the images in the cave, or like the dragon that you must slay. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, we gotta, like, nobody wants to hear that, but like you gotta fucking face your demons, man. Like, don't just hide. I think the phone has just so easily siphoned us into not having to confront these realities and just looking at and we're like, we're fine. Yeah.
Distractions.
But even just how we interact, like, you know, so there's this whole meme or like thing going around, like, oh, people phone each other still. Like, why the fuck are you phoning me? Like,
see, this is weird, why you got to get off, dude. Why should you even be thinking that? You should have never seen that to begin with. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because now it makes you think about it. It's like affecting you. You have to like be conscious of what you're putting in your mind.
But then being like,
you know?
people are fucked. Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Because then it makes you feel all these emotions, and it's like, if you just went outside, you'd be like, oh, I don't feel that. Like, it kind of like riles you up for no reason. It's like means nothing.
No, it's stupid.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't get, and like, yeah, like I know, and I'm not one of those people that's like on it and like hating it. Like, it's, well, I am.
You fucking love it, actually.
No. But like,
some people be straight addicted. That's why I'm saying in this future we have addiction services for that. They just dry you out.
They do.
How that works, I don't know. They get you on a different one, you know? There's got to be like a methadone version of Instagram where there's like no likes or comments.
Yeah, go on Tumblr. Here you go.
I'm back on there. I put all my film pictures on there. Back to positivity. See, every time we talk about fucking social media, what happens?
So, dude,
that's what I'm saying.
It just drags us back, bro. Thank you for that.
It's really interesting.
Dude.
Yeah,
social media. That's what I'm
interesting,
saying, dog. It's social media is our fucking cave, bro.
Well,
gotta
noted.
Get out of the cave, son.
Let's get out. Let's walk into the light.
I think desert.
Yeah, it's interesting trying to work on the PMA vibe. Like, every time, like, you got to think like Kanye. If someone has a negative, you just twist it into a positive. That's the only way you could do it. Everyone think like Kanye, circa 2004.
Yeah,
not circa 2020 or 22.
Not the shit whatever he's doing now, which is funny, but it's also like,
yo, he's on his performance art tip right now. He's like the angsty performance artist now, which I think is kind of sick too. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, but he's just
better than just being the same guy all the time.
That's
I don't
true.
know. This man actually has dimension and changes.
He does, but he's just like a wiener. He's just
he's annoying. I would never.
But he also lives by his
guy.
emotions. He also lives by, and that's what made him great.
Yes, exactly.
He's he's a slave to his own emotions and whims.
Mm-hmm.
So right now he's just in a shit place.
Did you know that positive energy activates constant elevation?
Oh, dude.
That's right.
Positive energy activates peace, bro.
That's it. It's peace.
Wow.
Think about that. Peace to RZA for saying that on a Gravedigger song. Stuck with me forever. But, you could be a victim of your negative thoughts. But I'm just saying, sometimes you got to just work on that.
You got to work it out, bro.
Work on the peace.
But also, like, peace. It doesn't. Once you're out of the cave, you're like, oh, it doesn't. None of that actually mattered. You know
exactly. What I'm saying? And you're not evolving. You're just stuck.
Dude, you're stuck in the cave, dog.
Positive energy. What does it do, man? It activates constant elevation. Anyway.
Just start screaming?
Yeah, I'm on the streets. I'm going to get a sign. That's a sign I want to see on the streets. You always have some nut job fucking Christian out there or something, or a religious person with their sign being like, did you know? Listen to me. I want to go out there and just be on that peace tip.
Hell yeah.
Did you know that positive energy, it activates constant elevation? They're just like yelling at people and all mad.
Just mug people and then tell them at the end.
Yeah.
Positive energy activates constant elevation.
whisper in their ear. Take their cash and run. Oh, man.
Well, after he stabbed me, he whispered peace in my ear. So
it actually made me feel better. Yeah.
I'm not pressing any charges, officer.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually feel better.
I
feel better about myself.
Word up.
Yes, but you've lost the use of one of your limbs. Yeah, but you know what? I just got to find the positive energy in that.
It changed my life forever. I feel better about everything.
Oh.
All right, man. I like leaving on that, man.
Leave it on that. Be positive. Get out of the cave, bro.
Yeah. Live your life. Enjoy it. We out.
We out.